Yep. Probably gonna have to. Well, these are brand new and stuff. Well, these are brand. Oh, hey, there we go. Well, we're starting to get some noise now. Well, a good evening, everybody. We welcome you to Wolf Stadium as we have our first ever exhibition game between the San Diego Padres and your San Antonio Missions. Well, glad everybody could come out to the ballpark. We're just about set to go and give you the first taste of the show 26 as we get ready to take the field. Well, let's get your starting pitchers ready to go, and so far we are just about set. Well, here is the reserve pitchers. The catcher, Luis Campusano, will be in. Will Wagner, Nick Castellanos, Bryce Johnson, Michael King, Nick Pivetta, Joe Musgrove, Randy Vasquez, German Marquez, Mason Miller, Jeremiah Estrada, Adrian Morgan, Ron Marincencio, David Morgan, Wandy Peralta, Bradley Rodriguez, Yuki Matsui. And now for the starting lineups for the San Diego Padres. Leading off in right field, Fernando Tatis Jr. Jr. in right. Jackson Merrill will be the center fielder. He'll bat second for San Diego. Merrill in center. Manny Machado, the third baseman, will bat third for the Padres. Machado at third. Ramon Laureano will be the left fielder. He'll bat fourth for the Padres. Laureano in left. Gavin Sheets, the first baseman, will bat fifth for the Padres. Sheets at first. Alexander Bogaerts will be the shortstop. Bogaerts at short. Jake Cronenworth will be the second baseman. He'll bat seventh for the Padres. Cronenworth as second. Miguel Aguilar will be the designated hitter. He'll bat eighth for San Diego. Aguilar, the DH. Freddie Furman will round out the batting order for San Diego here tonight. He'll be the starting catcher. And on the mound for the Padres, Michael King. King, tonight's starting pitcher. Time to give you the reserves here tonight. Here is Oswaldo Linares. Clay Duncan will be the reserve third baseman. Correction, third baseman in reserve. Luis Vertigo will be coming out. And everybody take the line now as we call out the San Antonio reserves. So here we go. Oswaldo Linares will be first. Clay Duncan. Luis Vertigo. Nick Chanel, Miguel Mendez, Eric Yost, Jagger Haynes, Jackson Wolf, Victor Lizarraga, Logan Gillespie, Dyson Acosta, Fernando Sanchez, Andrew Dalquist, Garrett Hawkins, Justin Yeager, Sean Boyle, Evan Fitterer. Those are your reserves. Now the starting lineups of your San Antonio Missions. Leading off in shortstop, Francisco Acuña. Acuña in short. Batting second, center fielder Kai Roberts. Roberts in center. Ethan Salas coming back after a long time. We welcome you back, Ethan. He'll be the catcher tonight for San Antonio. Salas catching. Romeo Sanabria will be the first baseman, batting fourth for San Antonio. Sanabria at first. Brandon Carpathios will be in right field. He'll bat fifth for San Antonio. Carpathios in right. Albert Fabian will be the designated hitter. Fabian, the DH. Rosemond Vertigo will be the hot corner man. He'll be seventh and batting at the third base area. Batting eighth is Kai Murphy. He'll be left field. Murphy in left. And rounding out the batting order is second baseman Marcos Castañon. He comes back for San Antonio for another great season. And so far, that is the lineups of both squads here this evening. I'm just about ready to take you down now to the field as we have the San Antonio AA affiliate here in town, and we cannot wait to get this show on the road. So we're just super excited to be here. Don't forget our proud broadcast this 2026 baseball season. West Creek Trail Rides and the San Antonio Stock Show Rodeo. It's all about fun once we get started with 2027 here in San Antonio. Don't forget the season tickets will go on sale February 11th, 2027 here in San Antonio. So make sure you get those. Get those seats reserved and you are good to go. Well, as we have our pregame show, I'm joined in the booth by my longtime and good friend partner. Here is Bob. How you doing, Bob? Well, hi, Jonathan. How are you doing? I am doing good. Boy, it's been a long time no see, right? Yeah, I gotta say, John, we are super excited. We're having an exhibition game here tonight at Wolf Stadium, and we are just super excited. Boy, downtown looking good. Boy, the skyline looking really good here in our AA city, and so far another great baseball season on the way. That is right, Bob, and we will go ahead and give y'all the schedule for this upcoming season of Missions Baseball. And so far, as we start off the first week of April, we are getting super excited for the return of our AA games. We have 69 home and 69 road as we did last year. And so far, we are super excited. Well, returning in our broadcast is West Creek Trail Rides. They've been our proud sponsor since 2022. And I got to say, I'm pretty good on that. I thought it was 2024. Oh, okay. So never mind. I stand corrected. So 2024, West Creek Trail Rides has been our official partner of San Antonio Missions Baseball. And it's been a real blessing that we have actually seen these guys. And yes, they do have some pretty good horses as well. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, as we get ready to pull up the mission schedule, while Bob's doing that, we are just moments away from our first pitch of our baseball game here tonight, our exhibition. It's our one and only game of 9 innings here tonight, and we're just super excited for what we got going on. We'll give you the schedule right now, and so far here it is. Thank you, Bob. And so far, let's get underway of 2026 here in the baseball season. Well, we start on the 2nd, which that lands on a Thursday through Saturday. So the 2nd through the 4th, we are up in Tulsa for a 3-game set. Then we're back home taking on Corpus Christi to lead off a 6-game homestand. So first pitch of that is 7:05 on Tuesday through Saturday, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Our off day is the 13th of April. We head to Midland on that 14th through the 19th, taking on the Midland Rockhounds. And then we're back home taking on the Amarillo Sod Poodles for a 6-game set. We're back to Oklahoma to start off the final 6-game meetup of the year between the San Antonio Missions and the Tulsa Drillers. And then we're back home to take on a 12-game homestand, the 5th through the 10th, leading off against the Midland Rockhounds, 12th through the 17th against the visiting Wichita Wind Surge. Friday, we're up, or should I say Tuesday through Sunday. Can't even talk this afternoon, or middle evening, I should say. The 19th through the 24th, we head to Frisco, take on the Frisco Rough Riders in a 6-game set. Then we are back home taking on the Corpus Christi Hooks, starting the 26th through the 31st of May. We start off the month of June. We're up in Wichita for a 6-game set. That is Tuesday through Sunday, the 2nd through the 7th. We're back for the 6-game homestand. We lead off against Frisco, the 9th through the 14th. We start 12 games on the road. We're up in Corpus Christi for 6, and then we head to Arkansas for 6 as well. We're back on June 30th through July 5th, taking on the Amarillo Sod Poodles in that 6-game set. Well, we are on the road for the first half to come to an end. We're up in Midland as we close off the first half of the regular season. We're back in San Antonio for 9 games. Lead off 3 against the Corpus Christi Hooks on Friday, July 17th through the 19th. And then we are off on that Monday, and we stay home to get ready to take on the Frisco Rough Riders in that 6-game set, starting July 21st through the 26th. We're up in Amarillo starting the 28th through the 2nd of August, and then we are back home to take on the visiting Springfield Cardinals starting on August 4th through the 9th. We're on the road. We play Frisco one more time, the 2026 year, and then we are back home to take on the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals right after that. San Antonio will hit the road. They head to Springfield, and it'll be a last ever meetup of the 12 times they get, starting on August 25th through the 30th. One more homestand for the San Antonio Missions here in our beautiful Alamo City. And so far, we are ready to go against the Midland Rockhounds starting on September 1st through the 6th. Missions will hit the road one more time as they head to Amarillo to close out the regular season. And so far, that will pretty much be it for this 2026 Texas League schedule. Well, anyway, joined in the booth by my friend and partner, Bob. I got to say, Bob, we're looking pretty good for the whole 2026 schedule, but evidently we do not have Arkansas and Tulsa coming to town. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it is kind of infuriating when you look at the schedule and you say, hey, how come those two teams don't come to San Antonio? I wish they would. But anyway, it's been 4 consecutive years that we haven't had the Arkansas Travelers and the San Antonio and the, well, I should say, I'm getting a little mixed up here. I'm just like you, Nearly. The Arkansas Travelers and the Tulsa Drillers come to San Antonio, and it would have been pretty nice if they would have come and have some pretty good games here in the Alamo City. But probably in 2027 is when they'll actually come, and so far pretty good on that. Got to say, Bob, absolutely right, and so far we're just looking forward to this year, next year, and, well, should I say 2028, 2029, and even 2030, which apparently that will be the end of our 10-year term with these, should I say, affiliates. I mean, until they get re-affiliated or they do another 10 years till 2040, which that would be pretty good. I hope we're around by that time. But anyway, gotta say, we'll see what the future holds in store. Yeah, I gotta say, John, that would be really good if you're around and I'm around, or, I mean, you could probably have a new partner or something, but I really don't know what the future could hold for us here. And I gotta say, Bob, you're kind of old, you know. How old are you? I'm 83 years old. Oh, well, that's pretty good to know, Bob, and so far pretty good on that. Well, you got a pretty cool job here in the booth here, and so far for being my partner for 5 years, that's pretty good as well. Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely right. Well, I gotta say, who's ready for some San Antonio baseball? Well, I hope you guys are super excited because we got a pretty good one here. It's the San Antonio Missions taking on their affiliate in the exhibition game. And we're just moments away from first pitch. This one brought to you in part by our friends, West Creek Trail Rides. Visit them at 210-616-6585 to book your reservation. That's 210-616-6585. And that will be the owner, Lana Whale. Well, anyway, our proud sponsor is the San Antonio Stock Show Rodeo, Henry's Puffy Tacos, Whataburger. It's always served hot and fresh 24/7 for all the citizens of our great Alamo City of San Antonio, and so far pretty good as well. Well, we're just about set to go on this exhibition game between the Padres and San Antonio Missions here tonight. And so far, if we did a little bit of stuttering, I do apologize. We're still working out the kinks on that. But anyway, going to be a beautiful night on this March evening, and we're just super excited. So, yeah, we'll get right to it. This is our first exhibition game of 2026. And so far, don't forget, regular season starting in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 3-game set against the Tulsa Drillers. And then we're back home for our home opener against the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks. So, gotta say, pretty good on that. Well, we're just about ready to go downstairs as we get set for this beautiful evening here in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. And so far, a pretty good night for the baseball goers. And a beautiful San Antonio skyline over there. You can see some brand new buildings, and the same building we have since last year is pretty nice. Miguel Mendez is getting the start for San Antonio here tonight. Bob, you could say he throws a nasty 4-seam fastball, 101 miles an hour, slider changeup, and a 2-seam fastball that goes along with it. Yeah, I gotta say, John, he absolutely does some nasty things, but you gotta watch out for this guy. And especially, you gotta see where he's throwing. Leading off for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. will lead it off for the San Diego Padres, and here we go. The first pitch is thrown for the ball, and the count now 1-0. And we are just underway here at Wolf Stadium. See some fans coming in as, they're coming to San Antonio for the first time around in the exhibition game. Yeah, I gotta say, John, you can see that guy wearing a jersey. He's got a pretty good San Diego Padres jersey right there. And right there, that's a swing and a miss. The count now 1-2. Got a beautiful evening, and so far got fans watching from San Diego Petco Park. And here's the starting lineups, and Tatis Jr., Merrill and Mercado will be the leadoff three. Laureano, Sheets, Bogarts will be middle. Cronenworth, Aguilar, and Furman will round out the batting order for tonight's San Diego Padres. Jackson Merrill will lead it off. One away, nobody on here in the top of the first inning for the Padres. Really good here tonight. Padres wearing their military colors tonight. We salute those that serve in uniform. That one is high fly in the air, and that's going to be out of play. The count now, no balls and 2 strikes. And that one's going to be lofted high in the air. That is deep. That is gone. And the Padres strike first. Jackson Merrill, man, he has been really good through his start in Double-A with San Antonio and Triple-A El Paso as well, and then he got called up to the major leagues. Yeah, I gotta say, John, he is really good, and so far they can really turn and burn on this thing, and he really let it go, and that one was out of here. 374 feet with exit velocity, almost to 100 miles per hour. Padres up 1-0 here, and here is Manny Machado as he comes in for San Diego. Well, tonight the St. Louis Cardinals playing the Springfield Cardinals, the Double-A affiliate. Pretty cool. Do you think Midland is playing the Oakland A's at their ballpark? Probably. Frisco Rough Riders might be playing the Texas Rangers. Houston Astros could have an exhibition game against Corpus Christi. We'll have to wait and see. That one is lofted high in the air up to center field. And that will pretty much do for the half inning. Jackson Merrill will get a home run. And this one, the solo shot. And that'll put him on the board first. It's a 1-0 ball game as we head to the bottom of the first inning. So we'll be right back on this one. And so far, stay with us. We got a lot of baseball coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go for the bottom of the first for the Missions right here in the Missions Radio Network. All right, so we got Michael King. He's getting started here for the Padres here tonight on the mound, as he'll get the call for this bottom half of the first inning. And so far, you look at him, 3.44 ERA, 120 on the whip. And so far, pretty good. Leading off the bottom of the first inning for San Antonio, Francisco Acuna. And we're just about ready. And there's the first pitch in for the strike. The count now at 0-1. Beautiful evening for our exhibition game. And so far, hope you guys enjoy San Antonio if you are visiting with us here tonight. And no balls and 2 strikes to count now. Just a beautiful evening here in San Antonio, Texas. And right there, strike 3 called, and that is going to be a backwards K. And that will be out number 1. Let's go ahead and give the San Antonio starting lineups. Acuna, Robert Salas will be the leadoff 3. Sanabria, Carpathios, and Fabian will be the middle. Verdugo, Murphy, and Castañon round out the batting order here tonight for San Antonio. Guy Roberts coming in. And that's going to be well hit, but high in the air up to center field, and the center fielder will make the grab. And there is out number 2. Ethan Salas will be returning here on the roster after being out for a long while. Evidently getting injured last year. Yeah, he pretty much got banged up a little bit. And that's going to be a base hit. And the center fielder misses it. And that'll stop for a leadoff double. So now the tying run is now at second base. Wow, so that was pretty chalky right there. He just missed it right there. And all of a sudden, that just really hurts where you get hit. That for sure. In now is Romeo Sanabria as he comes in and gets set to go here in this one. Take a strike inside. It's count now 0-1. San Antonio affiliated to the Padres here in the exhibition game here tonight. Beautiful San Antonio atmosphere, ready for a 2026 campaign starting in a few weeks from now. Lofted high in the air, deep to left center field. The center fielder has moved under it. And so far, that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. So we head to the top of the second. San Diego up by a run. It's 1-0 against San Antonio. So top half of the second ready to go when we come back from our short commercial break. And this one brought to you in part by West Creek Trail Rides, our proud sponsors. And also, if you want to book a horseback ride, give us a call at 210-616-6585. And you will have fun like you've never had before. Don't forget, Lana Whale is the manager. And Benji Hernandez will be the second in command of West Creek. Well, anyway, just about set to go. Here is Gavin Sheets, top of the second inning for the Padres. And that's going to be lofted high in the air up to left field. The left fielder will intercept it. And that is out number 1. Well, teams coming to San Antonio this year. Alexander Bogart's coming in. Midland, Frisco, Corpus Christi, Amarillo, Wichita, Springfield, and Northwest Arkansas. Arkansas and Tulsa doesn't come to San Antonio this time around. And it's been like that for 4 years. Here's the 0-2. High in the air, up to right center. The right fielder will get moved under it. And that is out number 2. Jake Cronenworth coming in for San Diego. Here's the pitch. And that is fouled and away. The count now at 0-1. Got a great home crowd here tonight, right, Bob? Yeah, between San Diego and San Antonio, it's pretty good. Yeah, for sure. So I heard you went to the rodeo this last February. I sure did. Did you watch the new season? Oh yeah, I watched that new season, and boy, you did good, phenomenal filming. Yeah, Frostbank Center, where the San Antonio Spurs play in. Yeah, for sure. Line the air up to center field, and that will do it. But nothing doing here. Padres still up a 1-0 lead against San Antonio, and now bottom of two as we get going. Don't forget our Texas barbecue is new to the San Antonio Missions. Come over and get a nice barbecue brisket sandwich. Only $3.99, but we are a cashless facility, so we do only take cards only. I love the good old brisket barbecue sandwich. Does it come with barbecue sauce on that? Indeed it does. You can ask for that, and they'll have it in a little, like how they serve in restaurants and stuff when you get your to-go plate. It's so far pretty good. Texas barbecue is right behind our third base and first base areas, so make sure you guys get ready to go over there as well. If you're interested in barbecue, we do have barbecue ribs, some barbecue brisket. We got all types of stuff that'll just make your mouth water. The bell set to go for the bottom half of the second inning for San Antonio, and here is Brandon Carpathios, new to the San Antonio Missions in the roster. And that's an inside strike. Gets the count now at 0-1. So your dad cooked some pretty good barbecue, did he? Oh yeah, he did. Here's the 0-1. That one is high in the air up to center field. And the center fielder moves under it and will make the play for out number one. Designated hitter Albert Fabian. Last year playing the left field position as he did, which was pretty neat. Man, I bet he really enjoyed having that, and so far pretty good on top of that as well. Yeah, for sure. Beautiful atmosphere here tonight. And that's an inside strike. The count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on. Bottom of 2 for San Antonio. That one is lofted high in the air. And that'll go to the center fielder for out number 2. Rosemont Vertigo is coming in, new to the Padres organization. So far, our call-up track is San Antonio, El Paso, San Diego. Yeah, in 2019 it was Amarillo. Yeah, that for sure. The Padres affiliate was there in 2019. And that's right there and in for a strike. Gets the count now at 0-2. One more out to put another goose egg on that scoreboard. And hopefully San Antonio could get something going. High pop up in the air. The shortstop getting after it. Calls off the center fielder for the out. Well, nothing doing here in this end of 2. And it is a Padres 1-0 ball game here in San Antonio. So about set to go as Miguel Aguilar will get ready to go. And we'll be right back after our proud messages. Now set to go for the third inning for San Diego, right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Miguel Angelar is coming up now. We lead off the top of the third for San Diego. And that one is outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. So far, pretty good here this evening. And giving you the first taste of this 2026 pretty good schedule here. And so far, our exhibition game, you can pick up a schedule at our box office. And right back to the mound. Man, that was a pretty good play. Touche there to the first baseman. Out number 1. Pretty good. Not a base hit, but robbed as you look at that instant replay. That was pretty good. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it absolutely was. Freddie Furman coming in now. He's a .251 average over an opposition of .636. Had 5 home runs and 26 RBIs. Even though in San Diego, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, for sure. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 delivery, and strikes recalled. He rung him up to dry. And that's the 3rd strikeout for Miguel Mendez. And here is Fernando Tatis Jr. Jr. still with the San Diego Padres. He signed a $2.9 million contract this year, even though he was grounded in the year 2022 on our road trip to Frisco after using steroids. Boy, I tell you one thing, John, didn't he get in trouble doing that? Yeah, he sure did. Right there, the 3rd. Flip across the diamond, beautiful play, and that will end the inning. And so far, we are 3.5 here tonight. No runs, hits, or errors for San Diego. And the Missions coming up to bat. Murphy, Castañon, and Acuna will get ready to go. Bottom half of the 3rd, straight ahead. So we are going to take another break, and we'll be right back in this one right after our commercial messages. All right, about set to go for the bottom half of the 3rd inning right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Kai Murphy being up to bat now. We lead off the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And that's an inside strike. It's the count now at 0-1. Sun about ready to go down on this exhibition game. And that's going to be lofted high in the air up to left field, and it's moved over. The left fielder will get that one. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Marcos Castañon. He's at second base this year. Last year playing the first base area, which they could say, hey, let's move him back to first. That would be a good idea. I mean, if San Antonio decides to do that, or just let him play another position type play. And that is right there. That's found. The count now 0-2. Now, don't take offense, Fernando Tatis. And right there, out to the third base area, as Machado will get that one. And that is 2 down. Francisco Acuna, the next batter up. Evidently in Frisco, he got suspended for using the steroids. Yeah, that's kind of a shame, and he had to sit out the rest of the year being suspended. Well, and now I think they told him to clean his act, or else. Yeah, if I was Fernando Tatis Jr., I probably would have said, hey, you know what? It's not right what you're doing. Clean your act up. Yeah, that is for sure. Well, strike three called, and that is 3 innings come and gone. And we are headed to the 4th inning right after our break. Hear this one. So Jackson Merrill will lead it off for San Diego when we come back. Well, just about set to go for the top half of the 4th inning. San Diego Padres will have their second batter, Jackson Merrill, coming in. And here's the pitch. High in the air, up to foul territory. And that is out of play. The count now 0-1. And that's a swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. So I take it you're a full-fledged cowboy this whole year, weren't you? Well, all of 2025 and now into 2026 and stuff. Yeah, I gotta say, John, you look like you've been riding a lot of horses and even have that Connie's new series going on. Ah, for sure. Did you know it was the season finale on Saturday? Well, last Saturday? I didn't know. But I'll definitely have to check that out. Yeah, all 26 episodes are available if you guys want to watch it. Subscribe to the channel as well. It won't hurt you. Come on now. Be a good Samaritan and subscribe. I'm telling you. I'm just saying, you can subscribe if you want, or you could just say, nah. High in the air, up to the catcher, and that is out number 2.
Up next for the Padres, the first baseman, Gavin.
So here is Gavin Sheets coming in as well. There's the pitch, and that is in for a strike. It's the count now 0-1. So, hey, do we got any, I know we might have a handful of San Diego Padres here, but this is San Antonio. Come on now. We coming to our city. There's the 0-2. Right there now to play. The count now 0-2 to Gavin Sheets. 0-2 one more time. Strike 3. Got him. And that is another goose egg. And now Padres still hanging on. We head to the bottom of the 4th. And it's San Antonio's turn to see what they could do with the bats. As Sky, Robert, Salas, and Sanabria will come in to bat in the bottom of 4. We come back after this. Now set to go for the bottom half of the 4th inning right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Guy Roberts coming in as he'll lead it off for San Antonio. We'll take that one in for a strike. And it's the count now, 0-1. Sun beginning to sit here in this half inning. That's a ball right there, line drive, and that looks like that's getting down for a base hit. And that will be the decision maker right there, as that be the first one for this half inning. Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely. Out there, 1 ball and no strikes. One nothing San Diego over San Antonio. And they're going to challenge that call right there. Do you think that was in or out? And that was upheld, so that loses it right there. So now it's 1-1 the count. Ethan Salas had a little talk with home plate umpire Jeff Andrews. And that was in for a strike. It's the count now at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And here he goes. That one's right there, high in the air. And that'll get down. That's a fair ball. And he's going for it. And across the score, an RBI double. And we are tied up. Man, Ethan Salas just put that one to left field. And that was a beautiful play. Romeo Sanabria, the next batter up. Make it a 2-1 lead if San Antonio could put more runs here. And so far, that would be pretty cool. You know, just our 1 game here tonight, San Antonio. Don't forget, Tuesday, April 7th, we take on the Corpus Christi Hooks to lead off the home opener. Off to Midland after that, then come back, take on Amarillo, then go back to Oklahoma, take on the Tulsa Drillers. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high in the air. And not enough to advance that runner from second, but they'll stay put. Braden Carpathios coming in now, 0 for 1, the fly out. Boy, it looked like this home crowd is ready to keep on cheering for San Antonio and stuff. Yeah, for sure. That's going to be right there. Line drive, that's getting down. And here he comes to the plate. Not in time, and they will take the lead. And San Antonio by Braden Carpathios on a liner to a straightaway single will bring in another run. And look at that, beautiful. He just reached the plate right on target. And that is pretty good. We're coming back, 12-game homestand. Midland for a leadoff 6, Wichita for another 6. Then we take on the Frisco Rough Riders there at Statesman's Park. So pretty good on that. No balls, 1 strike. And that is fouled in the way. The count now at 0-2. So you pretty much know your whole baseball schedule nearly. Yeah, no kidding. Well, we're back to take on Corpus Christi on May 26th through the 31st. That's pretty good as well. And it's not a lot of homestands in the month of June. Looking, we are headed up to Wichita, Kansas to take on the Wind Surge. And then come back home for 1 week only as we take on the visiting Texas Rangers affiliate, the Frisco Rough Riders. High in the air, deep to left center field. And that will do it. Or should I say right center? I do apologize. But anyway, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left for San Antonio. We head to the 5th inning, and the Missions lead it 2-1. Back here as we head for the 5th inning when we come back here in San Antonio, and we will be right back. Well, about set to go for the 5th inning right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Alexander Bogaerts is leading off the 5th inning for the Padres. And here we go, 5th inning. That's a ground ball, straightaway shortstop. And they'll throw him down to first, and that is out number 1. Corpus Christi and Arkansas will be the 12 road games that we'll have in June, starting the 16th through the 21st and the 23rd through the 28th there in Arkansas. We're back on the last day of June, that is the 30th, taking on the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Then it's off to Midland to wrap up the first half. Jake Cronsworth coming in, and he's going to hit that one high in the air. And they're not going to catch over that, and that will be a ground rule double. And man, that was not that you want to see, but most evidently San Diego has the tying run now on base. 9-game homestand, a leadoff 3 with Corpus Christi and 6 against Frisco. Starting off the 17th through the 19th against the Hooks and 21st and 26th against the Frisco Rough Riders. Miguel Aguilar coming in, and That is out of play and foul. The count now 0-1. Back on the road as we take on Amarillo, the 28th through August 2nd. And it's back home to take on the St. Louis Cardinals affiliate, the Springfield Cardinals. And then back on the road to take on the Texas Rangers affiliate, the Frisco Rough Riders. Well, pitch clock violation, and so far that's going to be a terrible one right there. That's going to be a liner straight away up to right field. And they're going to try to get him, and that will tie us up again. And now it's a 2-2 ball game on an RBI single. After we get back on the 18th through the 23rd, we take on the visiting Kansas City Royals affiliate, Northwest Arkansas. And head to Springfield for our last 6 games of the year. And then our last homestand starting off against Midland starting September 1st through the 6th. Closing out the regular season up in Amarillo, the 8th through the 13th, and then it is going to be determined if San Antonio can actually get into the playoffs and try to get a Texas League title. That'd be pretty good if they actually do get one of those titles this year. Yeah, well, that's one thing, John, that you got to really think about. It takes a lot of wins and that first place position. You got 9 ball clubs ahead of San Antonio and stuff. So that only means that you have to get up there and try to beat the South Division teams like Midland, Corpus Christi, Frisco, and Amarillo. You got to think about those 4 and get into that first place. Wins are always the key component of getting to the Texas League playoffs via the Texas League playoff rounds. Yeah, that is for sure. Here's the 0-1. That is high fly in the air and out of play foul. And the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Right there, called third strike, and that will be it as Tatis Jr. goes down on strikes. So after 5, they get an RBI single, and it scores in a run. And we are tied again, 2-2, as we hit bottom of 5. So we'll be right back here on this one as we bring you the rest of this broadcast. I'm Murphy, Castañon, and Acuna will get things going. So we'll be right back in just a little bit, right after our proud West Creek Trail Rides proud sponsor. Don't say that on the air. Yeah. Hello. Don't say that on the air. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we are live now as we bring you the bottom half of the fifth inning. I do apologize. Kai Murphy coming in now. 0-1 the count now to him. And we give you the whole baseball schedule. So apologies if we had to make you wait a little bit longer. Even though my dad called, he's like, hey, what are you doing? Talk about the goldandsilver.com. And can you explain what that has to do in this live stream? Well, of course. Marcos Castañon coming in as he'll take a strike inside. It's the count now at 0-1. You know, when you buy gold and silver, you know, you can get it pretty good in coins or bars or whatever. No, but gold is a high-valued metal. Metal that's $7,000 or a little bit higher than that. Wow, I didn't know it was that high. Oh, out number 2 is Marcos Castañon is down for out number 2 for the San Antonio roster. Here's shortstop Francisco Acuña. He's a leadoff batter for San Antonio, and so far pretty good. That's going to be a bouncer right there. Shortstop will get it right in time, and that will do it. So we head to the 6th inning, and we are tied 2-2. All right, so we are getting ready to go, and yeah, we had Jackson Merrill hit a home run earlier, which that wowed the audience here. And also Ethan Salas getting in there as well, getting a couple of home runs. And so far, we are bottom half of the 6th inning. Jonathan Baker with you alongside with my partner, Bob. And so far, Bob, a pretty good ball game here tonight in Wolf Stadium here in San Antonio, Texas. Gotta say, we've awaited baseball for a long time here, John. We sure did. Leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. As he comes in, took a strike in, the count now 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that is fouled and away. The count now 0-2. I wish San Antonio would have had a pretty good Padres like military appreciation night, which we have every Wednesday evening. Don't forget, it's Flying Chanclas returning Thursday and Fridays this upcoming season here on the show. Well, Manny Machado coming in as he'll foul that one off. The count now at 0-1. There's pitch, and that is fouled in the way. The count now 0-2. Still with the San Diego Padres, and boy, last year in 2025, getting streamlined ejected after arguing balls and strikes, and a lot of times we tell them that, you know, you shouldn't be in charge of calling those. And no, it's a home plate umpire's job, so big no-no for that player there. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Called, 3rd strike, and Machado is down. Not in favor, as that's 9 strikeouts for San Antonio pitching. 1 more for free breakfast on the bun, courtesy of Whataburger. Here is Ramon Laureano. He comes in and will take an inside strike. The count now 0-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody on base. 2-2 ball game between San Diego and San Antonio. high in the air. The third baseman getting under it will make the play, and that is out number 3. Well, Roberts, Salas, and Sanabria will lead it off for San Antonio when we come back. And we are deadlocked 2-2 against San Diego here in San Antonio. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in. We lead off the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Missions. Starting to get dark on this Monday night. And that is pelted. That is deep. That is high. And where's it going? It's going to hit the base of the wall. And that is a Roberts double. Double meat cheeseburger courtesy of our friends there at Whataburger. Man, how do you like that? Whataburger served hot and fresh, and we do represent them in 2026. Anytime the Missions get a double, all lucky fans will get in for that double meat cheeseburger coupon. And even tonight, our visitors from San Diego, California. Ethan Salas, the next batter up. I don't know if they had Whataburger before, but that's right there. Line drive, base hit to the third right area. First and third now with still nobody out. So San Antonio's got a good way of going at this one here tonight to get this game untied. And here comes the Padres manager as he'll come out. And I think he's seen enough from his starter here this evening. So now we'll have Ron Mauricio coming in now. Boy, he's got an ERA 0.84 with a 10-2 innings pitched. 28.6% in strikeout rate. .148 over 200. And pitching is Ron Mauricio. Now pitching for San Diego. Well, here's first baseman Romeo Sanabria. Sanabria coming in. And here is the pitch. High fly in the air. That's deep for a run to come in. And here he comes. And enough to score in the tie-breaking run at third. And the Missions are back up on top. So good thing to do is to get a sacrifice fly. Braden Carpethios, 1 for 2, RBI single in the 4th. That is right there, and that is a double play. Ouch. Something you don't want to grind into, but now after 6 innings of play, San Antonio comes back and puts a 1 on there, and they will be up top 3-2 against their affiliated ball club, the Padres, in this one. So we'll be right back here in this Monday night ball game, and so far first and last between these two. And then before that, the start of the regular season there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we will be back right after our commercial messages. Now set to go for the top half of the 7th inning right now on the Mission's Baseball Network. Well, here is Gavin Sheets as we lead off the 7th inning for San Diego. And that's an inside strike. The count now 0-1. Boy, if you love baseball coming back to the Alamo City, well, you're pretty much in luck. Get your tickets now at samissions.com and get your opening night tickets as San Antonio takes on the Houston Astros affiliate, the Corpus Christi Hooks. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. That's high fly in the air. Center field has a good eye on it, and right there makes the play for out number 1. Alexander Bogart's coming in. A fly out, a ground out is 0-2 for San Diego. So far, Miguel Mendez, 60 pitches coming into his ball game. So far, pretty good. San Antonio 3, San Diego 2. One exhibition game that is pretty good, especially giving you a taste of this year's game called the Show 26. Always good to catch us Tuesday through Sundays. This season, all season long.
That's 3.
And right there called third strike, and they're 2 down. And that means Mendez got y'all free breakfast on a bun, courtesy of Whataburger. Jake Cronensworth coming in now as he'll hit that one. Found the count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And that is right there for a strike, and the count now 0-2. One more out till the 7th inning stretch here tonight. And that is high fly in the air up to center. And that will do it. Well, get up a stretch here in this half inning. And the San Antonio Mission to lead the Padres. It's 3-2. So we'll go ahead and get David Morgan getting ready to go for San Diego as he'll come in. And we will be back on our live Monday night broadcast of our exhibition game between the two David and Goliath home teams. San Antonio affiliated to the San Diego Padres since 2007 through 2018, then going up to AAA in 2019 and 2020. Evidently, with COVID-19 that came in 2020, that was pretty rough around the edges. We didn't have baseball for 610 days right after that. Yeah, so I got to say, John, it was pretty rough when we didn't have a season in 2020, but evidently San Antonio got reaffiliated back to the Padres, and for 10 years, we are going pretty strong, as this is our 6th consecutive season in San Antonio, for sure. Well, we're going through the 7th inning stretch right now, and San Antonio leading this one against the Padres 3-2. If you're listening to us here on our radio network or you're watching us live on YouTube Live, a great place for baseball entertainment for this season, and so far pretty good. Well, leading off the bottom half of the 7th inning, they're getting ready to go. David Morgan, 2.66 in the ERA, strikeout 25.5 percentage points, 200 over 224. The designated hitter is Albert Fabian. He's 0 for 2, strikeout and a flyout as he comes in for San Antonio. Well, nice guys already on this Monday night. That one's going to be well hit, high in the air, up to center field. And that looks like a hit to the wall. Ooh. Boy, hit that wall hard. Few more inches and it would have been San Antonio's 4th run on the board. Rosamond Verdugo is the next batter up for San Antonio. And that one is crushed. And it is out of here. And they crushed the crud out of it. Home crowd going crazy on this night. Rosamond Verdugo gets that home run for the Missions. And pretty good right there as he crushes it. 420 foot, 101.4 mile per hour. And the Missions have a 2-run lead against their affiliation team, San Diego. Kai Murphy coming in, as that's called in a strike, and the count now 0-1. Fly out and the ground out is 0 for 2 to Kai Murphy. No balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th inning. It's San Antonio 4, San Diego 2. Padres bullpen will have Rodriguez and Peralta warming up in the bullpen. Here's the 0-2. And that one is pelted. High in the air, up to center, and he gets on the warning track, making the play for the out. Marcos Castañon coming in now, the second baseman. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. And he'll take a strike in there. And the count now at 0-1. 2 away, nobody on after a home run. And that one is well hit. And up to the right field area, that ends the inning. Rosamond Verdugo is getting that home run out of here, and he'll put one on for San Antonio. And it's a 4-2 ball game as we go to the 8th inning. Well, Miguel Aguilar, the designated hitter for San Diego, comes to the plate now. And here's the pitch. Four-seamer inside for a strike. Gets the count now 0-1. Well, evidently we will have a mound visit. And so far that will put in a reliever. Sean Boyle is getting loose. Miguel Mendez is being out of this ball game. He did really good. He got San Antonio 10 strikeouts for breakfast, a free Whataburger, breakfast on the bun. Just show that at your local drive-thru when you approach a Whataburger. No purchase necessary. Feel pretty good on that. Sean Boyle coming in now for San Antonio. He'll be the first reliever of the night for the Missions, and that is a fouled off ball. The count now 0-2. There's the 0-2. That's a high fly in the air and foul. And it'll go out of play. No ball, 2 strike the count, and that is out of play again. 2 baseballs crushed out of the same area. And so far trying to strike him out. Here's the 0-2. High in the air up to center field. The center fielder's got it, and there's one down. Oh, pretty good ball game tonight here, John. Yeah. Well, we are back bringing the baseball streams this year. Our big exhibition game between our AA and affiliated AA team. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be right there. Line drive, straightaway shortstop. And in time, they get him by a step. Don't forget the Padres Military Appreciation Night. And here is the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. Tatis Jr. has been on the Padres since 2019. Yeah, he was, and then he got moved in 2020. Oh yeah, did you remember they had live streams, but the stands weren't full. They just had cardboard cutouts, which made a lot of nonsense. Yeah, because of COVID-19, and they had to wear masks as well. Yeah, for sure. Well, that right there will strike out the side as Tatis Jr. goes down. Third and final out, and that'll end the frame for this half for the Padres. Well, Bradley Rodriguez will get the call for San Diego. 29.0% of a 267. And so far, pretty good. The shortstop, Francisco Acuna, will lead it off for San Antonio. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's an inside strike. It's the count now 0-1. So far, so good on this night. Missions have a 4-2 lead against their affiliated partner. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit, and that'll get in for a double, it looks. And that'll be a Francisco Acuna Waterburger double. Well, pretty good on that one if you look at it. And so far, that was really good. Yeah, it sure was. In now, Kai Roberts. Roberts coming in. Hits that one square. High in the air, up to right center. Center fielder moves under it, makes the play, and that is out number 1. Sadly, Roberts might be kicking himself after that one. Here is Ethan Salas. 3 for 3, 2 doubles. Single RBI and a run for him here for the San Antonio catcher. That's right there. Line drives, and that is caught by the second baseman. Man, and that is just rough. Well, I'll tell you one thing there, John. It's bad when you think about it. It is. Romeo Sanabria, making the last San Antonio mission, come up to the plate for the night. And at the top of the 9th inning, ready to go for San Diego. And that's going to be a liner straight away. And that's going to get through for a base hit. That'll bring the runner home from second. And that will be an RBI double for Romeo Sanabria. And it's a 3-run lead for San Antonio here tonight. Well, I bet David is going up against Goliath. And look who won. David did. Yes, the mission's coming in full force. Well, Braden Carpathios coming in is 1 for 3 RBI single in the 4th. San Antonio 5, San Diego 2 in this one. And that is right there and in for a strike. It's the count now at 0-2. And that's going to be right there and line straight away the second. And that will pretty much do it. Romeo Sanabria will get an RBI double. And pretty good on that as we head to the 9th inning. And it is a 5-2 ball game. San Antonio up by 3. about set to go for the top half of the ninth inning right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, thank you, Bob. Jackson Merrill coming in as we lead off the ninth inning for San Diego, and so far got a lot of ground to make up after giving up the 3 runs. And so far not good for San Diego here tonight. Right there, line drive straight away short, up to first in time, and that is 1 down. And San Diego has 2 more chances here tonight, and Manny Machado is 1 for 3, a single. And here's the pitch. Right there, swing and a miss. Ugh, nasty. Nasty as it is. Here's the pitch. Right there, ground ball straight away up to first, and that is in time for route number 2. Well, that was Machado's last time, and now San Diego is down to their final out here tonight. I do believe that tonight the Padres will head back to their home stadium there in San Diego, California. Ramon Laureano coming in. And there we go. That is the ball game, as that will be the 3rd out. And so far, what a time we had here at Wolf Stadium. So beautiful downtown San Antonio, and Miguel Mendez getting the win. Sean Boyle getting the save. Michael King will be the loss for San Antonio, for San Diego. I'm getting y'all confused, aren't I? Yeah, you sure are. But anyway, pretty good night for the Padres and San Antonio. And we hope you guys enjoyed the taste of MLB The Show 26. Don't forget, we are up in Oklahoma taking on the Tulsa Drillers starting Thursday night, April 2nd, starting at 7:05. So that will be a huge night for the start of the regular season. And then come back on Tuesday night, April 7th, taking on the Corpus Christi Hugs. Well, anyway, pretty good night for the San Antonio Missions, and boy, they played some good baseball. I think these boys are ready to get a Texas League title this year, and so far going to be really good. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live broadcast, and hopefully we will see you guys on the road to Oklahoma. We are off to DCJ Field, home of the Tulsa Drillers. And so far, we are just about set to go for the Padres and Los Angeles Dodgers affiliates, taking on the Tulsa Drillers and the San Antonio Missions on the night of opening night 2026 on both affiliates. Well, anyway, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Get home safe, and don't forget our home season tickets are going on sale, so make sure y'all get them while they are still available. So if you are a regular season holder, that's pretty good. If you are just a single game ticket person, well, that's okay. You probably might want to do that too. Well, anyway, I hope everybody gets home safely, and see y'all again soon. Yeah, have a good night, everybody. And this one from San Antonio, Missions win it 5-2. That's right, Bob, and thank you. Thank you for that. And so far, our pretty good one and only exhibition game here today. Or should I say it was tonight? But anyway, pretty good one as well. Well, y'all have a good night, and those that came from San Diego, get home safely.